Growing up, I was never one of the cool kids. I always felt like I'm weird. I'm different from other people. I'm not as good as other people. And that's been a theme in my life for a long time. And even I was in a really long relationship for 15 years with my high school sweetheart. And we just transformed our relationship this summer from being a romantic couple that was not very happy together to great co-parents to our wonderful son. But during that long relationship, I've kind of neglected my friendships. I haven't really reached out to people, and I think it's kind of hard. I never saw myself as the type of person who could ever host a party or be like, I'd be like, but they won't come. Like, I would never host like my own birthday party. That would be like, oof, what an ego thing to host your own birthday party. I would even look down on people hosting parties, being like, oh, they're looking for any excuse to just drink alcohol and be social. Ugh, disgusting. That's been me basically my whole 20s. I've closed myself off to people, and it's kind of sad looking back at it. But one particular thing really transformed my life in the past few months. And that's been this wonderful book, The 2-Hour Cocktail Party by Nick Gray. It's amazing what it's done for me. I really felt like I can't host a party. I can't have people over even for dinner. It feels like a weird or difficult thing. But reading this book, I've realized how easy you can make it. And this book is basically a framework or a collection of great hacks or best practices that he's learned from hosting hundreds of parties. And the way it works is basically, okay, number one, you commit to a date and start inviting people. Number two, you do the prep for the party and the format. And then number three, you have the actual party and kind of the format that goes on when you're hosting the party itself. And so step one, inviting people. This was, I think, the biggest fear for me. I was like, okay, what if nobody wants to come? What if I invite people and nobody shows up? And the advice in the book is so brilliant at just addressing all those concerns. So I'm like, okay, when am I going to host my party is my first question. And what he advises you do is reach out to your core group. And that's kind of your closest friends, the people you know best, people you can trust. And reach out and saying basically, oh, I'm thinking about hosting this cocktail party on a Tuesday. You always pick a Monday to Thursday, so it's not competing with the times when everybody else is hosting stuff. People have plans on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you just pick a date that works in your calendar and reach out to a few people and see, could they make it that day? And once you get like a few, like 4 or 5 people who you think can make it, then you commit to that date and you send them a link to an RSVP page. Even from day one then, once you start the RSVP page, you already have a lot of momentum going because you have like, oh, 5 people are already going. And once you have 5 people already going, it's super easy to start inviting other people. To give you an idea, I just hosted my second event this week, or second mingle this week, and I had, I think, 15, 16 people the first time, and then maybe 17 people this Monday, and I think I invited like 40 people. So you have to invite quite a lot of people. So you're like, okay, who do I invite? And I've invited basically everyone and anyone that I could think of that I would be interested in just having a little bit more of a chat with. So I've invited people from my work, from my past jobs, from high school, from college, anywhere I could think of. So I've reconnected with friends that I haven't seen in like 10 years. And it's been a wonderful thing because people are so happy to be invited to a party. So it's a really great way to kind of keep in touch with all your friends, and then just new opportunities to connect and reconnect with my friends have occurred thanks to me just reaching out and being kind of the connector of people. So that's inviting people. Start with a core group, the people you know best and that you trust, and get them to say yes on the RSVP page, and then go wide and kind of connect and invite all kinds of people. Number 2 is prepping for the party itself. And really can't recommend getting the book enough, because he has checklists. He has them on his website as well, but checklists for what to buy when, and it's a bit special, the format. So you have name tags for everybody. So buying name tags, Sharpies, stuff like that is really useful for making it easier for people to connect during. Step 3 is hosting the actual party. And I can walk you through kind of the flow of how the parties work when I've hosted it. So I've said hello to them at the door, and I've immediately just like said hi, given them a name tag, then led them on to getting a drink. And I have a friend of mine who's been helping me out with getting people drinks. So she's just written the name of the guest, and she can see the name on the name tag. She writes their name on the cup and offers them something to drink from non-alcoholic, alcoholic, whatever they want. And people just start arriving, right? So there's this time where people are arriving, the first like 20 minutes of the party, and then about 20 minutes in, we do what they call an icebreaker, which is just to basically ask, oh, what's your name? What do you work with, or what do you love to do? And what's your favorite breakfast, or what did you have for breakfast today? And it's just a great way of like getting a little bit of a sense of who's in the room. So you get some people say, I have nothing for breakfast. I have my mega protein smoothie every morning. So that's kind of who I am. And it gives people a chance to just get to know who else is in the room. And it really mixes things up. And at first it felt really awkward to be like, people are talking, am I gonna interrupt them? But every time I did, because you do this 3 times during the event, I noticed how people started to mix up and talk to different people. So I don't know about you, but I've been to so many events where I kind of get awkwardly stuck with somebody, and it's kind of hard to break free. And maybe if you don't like that person, it can be really awkward, and you don't want to be rude, so you don't want to break it up. This really breaks it up for everybody. So everybody gets a chance to speak to different people. Okay, I'm breaking stuff up, but it's also serving everybody who's in the room by letting them mix up and meet new people. The second icebreaker is just a repeat of the first one. So the first one you do just with the early arrivals, then you do it again, and people have practiced again, so they kind of warm. And about an hour and a half in, you do a group photo, super fun, and a third icebreaker, which is more advanced. And I've used the ones he advises for in the book, which is like, what's your favorite media that you've consumed recently, like a movie or podcast or a book or TV series or whatever. And it's just been a great way for people to get to know each other. So that's the simple formula. It's really not that complicated. And it's been almost a surreal experience to be hosting these parties. I'm like, a lot of these people are here. Like, did I invite them? Did I make this event happen? It feels kind of like an out-of-body experience. Yeah, out-of-body experience almost. And it's wonderful because these people are meeting. Somebody who's talking, oh, maybe there's going to be a job opportunity at this place. I'm looking for something new. You never know who you're going to meet, what's going to happen. And it's just been wonderful. I've felt like I'm reconnecting with friends I haven't seen in forever. I'm connecting friends from different parts of my life that I had this worry of like, oh, what if this person and this person don't like each other? But now I'm like, oh, but they, just like me and you, are adults. They can take care of themselves. They don't have to come to a party if they're invited. I used to say no to parties because I was uncomfortable. And it's just wonderful. People connect, and what I'm seeing is that it's starting to become, I've only hosted 2 parties, but I'm really psyched to do my 3rd after New Year's. But it's starting to become kind of like a community of people, because some of the people that came to my first party came to my second party, and then they're like, oh, so nice to reconnect. And it's just wonderful. It's all of a sudden, I'm kind of a person who's making I'm making new friends, my friends are making friends. It's kind of just a wonderful thing to have in the world and to be that type of connector for people. It's just a gift. It really is. And I've read almost 1,000 books, I mean, consumed on Audible, but this one is one of the absolute top ones in how concrete and down to earth and how actionable it is to actually do something that can really transform your life. So I've hosted 2 so far. I'm going to host another one after New Year's, and I'm probably going to host an event a month for the foreseeable future. It's been such a hugely high leverage thing to do. I mean, keeping in touch with that many people through one-on-one interactions is almost impossible. But I've had like 30 people at my place now in the past 2 months, and it's been so effortless. So get the book. I can't encourage you enough. If you have even the tiniest interest in making more friendships, becoming kind of the hub in your social circle, this is really a book that can change your life like few other books can. If you like these videos, subscribe, give a like, drop a comment, and let's do this journey together. See you later, my friend.